Hey, how's it going everyone? So, welcome to part 2 of my 2017 CINCY Awards. I decided to do something a little different this year. If you didn't watch the first video, my first video went over all of my favorite action figures of 2017, minus the Hot Toys. I decided this year to do the Hot Toys in a separate episode because I liked so many Hot Toys that I purchased this year, so decided to pay a little bit of extra attention to those and do them in a separate top 10 episode. So what you're about to see are my top 10 favorite purchases of the year, all Hot Toys figures. But the rule is I had to purchase it this year and it had to be released domestically here in the United States this year. So let's go ahead and get started. I have actually 2 runners up to my top 10. They just barely missed the top 10, but let me show you what I got there and then we'll get into the top 10. Here is my first runner-up. This is the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Star-Lord figure. And the reason why this did not crack the top 10 is because I just purchased this and I haven't really had it long enough to decide if this was one of my favorite figures of the year, but it's definitely something that I really enjoy right now. I already have the Guardians of the Galaxy 1 Star-Lord figure, but I like this one because it has the short jacket. It has the gray t-shirt with the writing on it. It has this optional arrow pack that you could put on with the little jetpack there. It can be displayed different ways. You can have it with the mask on. You can have it with this Chris Pratt head sculpt. It's just a very nice figure overall. Great articulation. They improved the jacket on this one versus the first movie because the articulation in the elbows is a lot better. You can bend the elbows and it's not restricted as much. But this is just an excellent figure. I especially like the little bonus Groot that you get. He is magnetized, so he could sit on that little rock that he's sitting on there, or you can sit him on Star-Lord's shoulder. So he's a really cool little accessory. I like this a lot. But again, I just purchased this, so it didn't crack my top 10, but I really do enjoy this figure. Here is my other runner-up. This is the Jyn Erso Deluxe figure. This is an excellent figure as well. I think that the likeness to Felicity Jones is spot on. That looks just like her. Excellent face sculpt. This one has a ton of accessories. You could pose it a variety of different ways. I like the little baton and the Stormtrooper blaster that she has there. But you can also put the poncho, helmet, this pack here, and then assemble the sniper rifle to kind of simulate the look that she had on Edu when she was trying to find her father. But this one just has a variety of different posability options. It kind of reminds me of the Rey from Force Awakens. You could pose it a variety of different ways and display it different ways, but this is just an excellent figure. It just barely missed my top 10. I had a tough time deciding which of the 12 figures I put out were going to make the top 10. So either one of these could have cracked the top 10. It just so happened that they did not quite make it. But an excellent figure nonetheless. Jyn Erso Rogue One Hot Toys figure. Number 10 is another Star Wars Hot Toys figure, again from Rogue One. This is K2SO. This is an absolutely amazing piece. He is very tall. I had to get all the way back here to get him in frame. I really like the fact that he has die-cast legs. It helps with the balance of the figure, and it also really sells the idea that this is a robot. He has also very cool hands. His individual fingers are articulated, so he can hold that blaster very easily. He can also hold this thermal detonator very easily, but he just looks fantastic. If you look at the wearing on his armor there, you can see the little scratches and stuff. His eyes do light up, but I have not put the batteries in. I kind of have a thing against putting batteries in my Hot Toys now because I'm afraid that they're going to start leaking acid. I had that happen in one of my figures and I don't want it to happen again. Probably just being paranoid, but yeah, I don't put the batteries in there for very long anymore. If I do put them in, it's just to see the light up feature and then I take them out again. But still an excellent figure. K2SO Rogue One. I highly recommend it. I really liked him in the film. So if you liked the film, if you like the character, he's a very good one to pick up. But there you go. Number 10 is K2SO. Number 9. I originally had the Wonder Woman from Batman v Superman ranked a lot higher. I really like the way this looks, but it has one thing working against it. First of all, let me show you here. See that shoulder joint? No visible joint. Elbow, no visible joint, and no visible knee joint. So this is a seamless body. You don't see the joints, but it does restrict the articulation on the figure. It looks fantastic. If they could somehow make a seamless body where you don't see the joints and it not hinder the articulation, this could have been my #1 figure of the entire year. It looks that good. It's an amazing looking figure. It's just that I really wish you could articulate it better. I don't put her in very dynamic poses, but again, it looks absolutely amazing. There's a reason this is one of the top 10 favorite purchases of the year. It's just that it would have definitely been higher on the list if the articulation was better. So I still highly recommend it if you're not someone that puts the Hot Toys figures into like super dynamic poses. Absolutely recommend this one. This is a fantastic figure. The Wonder Woman Hot Toys figure from Batman v Superman. Number 8, Big Dave. Dave Bautista, also known as Drax the Destroyer. This was a figure that I waited a long time for. Feels like I waited about 2 years for this figure to come out. This is a fantastic looking figure. The tattoos are all like, they're like brands. They're raised up. And there's a great amount of detail on the tattoos there, as you can see. This is cool because you can pose him with the rocket launcher that he uses at the end of the movie, or with his knives. You could pose him with 2 different styles of pants. He wore those pants at the very end of the movie, the Ravager pants, or you could pose him with these, which is what he wore in the beginning of the movie. But just an excellent looking figure. I mean, that right there is Dave Bautista. That is an excellent likeness. Just a great figure all around. The tattoos, look at the tattoos again. It's like a little skull on his arm there. And look at the back. Detail in the tattoos on the back. Just very awesome all around. But this was definitely a figure that I was very happy when it finally released, and I'm glad to have it in my collection. Completed my Guardians team. Drax is my number 8 favorite purchase of the year. My 7th favorite Hot Toy purchase of the year is the Fresh Prince, Big Willie style. Will Smith as DEADSHOT from Suicide Squad. I did like Suicide Squad, and I did like Will Smith's character of DEADSHOT in the movie, and I do love this figure. This figure is amazing looking. Let me start down here with the base and show you what he comes with. Just a great amount of detail in the armor, the knee pads there, the gun, the clips. He is loaded. Locked and loaded, all those clips on him. The detail in the armor again. The pistol. And the little arm guns. I am the light the way. And there is the head sculpt for Will Smith. He does come with the masked head sculpt as well. And this is the masked head sculpt that you can also use. I do really like the masked head sculpt, and I just had this on there up until I just started filming this video. I switched up the head sculpt to the Will Smith version right before I started filming, just to show you what that looked like. But there you have it. My number 7 favorite Hot Toy of 2017, DEADSHOT from the Suicide Squad. My number 6 is my shortest and smallest Hot Toys figure in my collection. But what he lacks in size, he makes up in beautiful detail. This is obviously Yoda, one of my favorite characters in all Star Wars. I absolutely love this figure. When I saw it, I knew I needed to have it. But he is amazing looking. He is a small figure, so he does come with a pretty extensive base. A Dagobah looking base with what's left of a tree there, some moss on it, some floating rocks, Jedis do make rocks float. He comes with these accessories as well, the little lamp, that stuff, the cane, and he comes with an alternate head sculpt with the eyes open. As you can see, I have the using the Force eyes closed concentrating head sculpt in, but this is a great head sculpt as well. Both of them have this fur for his hair on the back of the head. But I just love this figure. It's a small little figure, and I highly recommend it. I mean, if you're a Star Wars fan, if you like Yoda, this is a must-have. This was an absolute must-have for me. I'm so glad I have him in my collection. It's just a great looking figure, excellent articulation, great use of soft goods, but he is my 6th favorite purchase of the year. Number 5 is Shane from The Walking Dead. No, it's not. That's Johnny Bernthal. That is Marvel's Punisher. I think that might be one of the best likenesses of the year. That is such John Bernthal, especially the nose. If you look at the nose, that is a John Bernthal nose right there. I love the fact that they put the cut on him. He's bloody. He's been in a fight. He's been in war. But I like the posability options with this one as well. You could pose him with a sniper rifle. You could pose him with the minigun right there, the Gatling gun. Lots of bullets for him to fire right there. Look at that. And then you can also pose him holding Daredevil's mask there. The only thing that I wish they would have done to improve this figure is to put a magnet in Daredevil's mask so you could easily put it in the palm of his hand. It's kind of hard to get that mask in his hand, but I mean, that's basically a small nitpick of this figure. This is a great figure, period, bottom line. This is a great figure, and there's a reason it's my 5th favorite purchase of the year. It actually was higher. It was a higher pick than 5, but some of the other figures that I have here, I just liked a little bit more. But this is still a fantastic figure. It's the Punisher from the Netflix show. Oh, the other gripe that I had was another minor gripe. He comes with a Daredevil base. I know that he debuted, and this is his. This is how he looked in the Daredevil show from Daredevil Season 2 at the very end. But it would have been nice if they had put a Punisher nameplate there. Again, minor nitpick. Still a great figure. I love it. Highly recommend it. Number 5 is the Punisher. My number 4 favorite Hot Toy purchase of the year is Benedict Cumberbatch, also known as Doctor Strange, from the Doctor Strange movie. But this is just a great figure overall. As you can see, he is levitating. Beautiful looking cape. I gotta show this cape off because it's got a wire in it. You could pose it. It just looks great. Very nice use of soft goods. Beautifully done, beautifully stitched. And you could see the magic effect in his hand right there. But this might be, as I look at my other figures, this is definitely the best use of soft goods on a Hot Toys figure in 2017. If you know of another figure in 2017 that released this year that makes better use of soft goods, please comment below and let me know. But I think that this is amazing. The cape, the outfit that he wears, the costuming, just an absolutely beautiful use of soft goods all around. Great head sculpt, great likeness, very cool base. I like how you can have him levitating, you can have him floating, flying. Lots of different effects that you can use, lots of different ways to pose him, but just an all-around excellent figure. Even if you didn't like the Doctor Strange movie, this is a great figure to have in your collection. Number 4 is Doctor Strange from the Doctor Strange movie. Number 3, this is my 3rd favorite Hot Toys purchase of the year. If this was the Olympics, this would have won the bronze medal. This is the Mark 47 Iron Man suit, die-cast armor from Spider-Man Homecoming. I have owned a lot of different Iron Man armors in my Hot Toys collecting career. I still own the Mark 42, the Mark 1, the Mark 45. I have quite a few Iron Man armors, but I gotta say, and I know that a lot of people that collect Iron Man armors say the same thing, but I mean this. When I look at this thing and see how gorgeous this armor looks, this might be my favorite armor for an Iron Man figure. This thing looks amazing. The use of the red mixed with the silver, with the gold highlights up top, it's just gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm trying to get out of the light so we can really capture the light on this thing, but look at this. This is die cast, this is metal, this has weight to it. This is heavy, but the metal, the chrome, the beautiful, beautiful silver, the face sculpt of Robert Downey Jr. Look at that face sculpt. Is that the best face sculpt we've seen of Robert Downey Jr.? That's amazing. It's a great, great figure overall. Obviously I have the unmasked head sculpt, and it does come with a masked head sculpt as well, but when I saw this unmasked head sculpt, I knew I had to pose it that way. It just looks so good. And then the icing, the absolute icing on the cake, is this additional accessory here that, spoiler alert, he used to help him put the ferry back together after it's split in half. And just look at this thing. This was a throw-in, basically, and it looks gorgeous. The translucent plastic. If you watch my videos, you know I'm a sucker for translucent plastic. And it goes from translucent to like a fiery orange, and then it has that little part there that helps him put the ferry back together. This is just an amazing figure. And I know it's pricey. All of the die-cast armors are extremely pricey, but this just looks amazing. This is a great looking figure, and that's why it is my number 3 favorite Hot Toy purchase of 2017, Iron Man from Spider-Man Homecoming. That brings us to number 2, my second favorite Hot Toys figure of the year. I will admit, I have never been the biggest Ghost Rider fan. I have never been the biggest Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fan. But when I saw this, first of all, I'm familiar with Robbie Reyes' character from the comic books. I like his character in the comic books. When I saw this solicited on Sideshow's website, it was an insta-buy for me. I instantly purchased it, pre-ordered it. Again, I've never been the biggest Ghost Rider fan, but when I saw this thing, let me just give you the wide shot. This is gorgeous. I bought this solely for how the figure looked. I didn't have an emotional attachment to the character itself, but I thought that this figure looked amazing. Seeing this figure on Sideshow's website made me watch all of the entire season that Ghost Rider was featured on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I really, really enjoy the character now, based on that season. So, there you go. Again, I bought this solely for looks, but once I explored the character after seeing this figure, I really started to appreciate the character more. He comes with some different accessories, the flaming base there, the flaming chain, the regular chain, and then these fireballs that I have him posed with now. But he does light up. There's a light up feature in the neck. I haven't put batteries in there, again, but I just love the way he looks like that. I mean, look at that figure. Look at that. But let us now reveal my favorite Hot Toy figure of 2017. Are you ready for it? Well, here it is. Absolutely gorgeous. Harley Quinn, Suicide Squad, my number 1, my favorite purchase of 2017 for Hot Toys. This figure blows me away. Honestly, look at the face sculpt. The way they did the hair, the paint, the use of soft goods, the ability to display with or without the jacket, the detail in the bat, and the paint on the bat, the detail on the hands, tattoos, the gun, the detail on the barrel of the gun, more tattoos, and the shoes. This is a perfect figure to me. I love the way that they obscured the knees as well. You could see there. This is a perfect figure, in my personal opinion. This is absolutely, without a doubt, my favorite purchase of the year. There was no question. If you follow me on Facebook, if you watch my previous videos, you'll know how much I love this figure from the start. And this was always going to be my favorite purchase of the year. There was a lot of other figures that I purchased along the way that I really absolutely loved, but nothing more than this figure. So congratulations, Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. You are my favorite purchase of 2017. I am absolutely excited for what 2018 has to come, but that's another video. I will detail my most anticipated figures of 2018, and that does include several Hot Toys figures, so stay tuned for that. But as of right now, that is a wrap. I'm gonna get out of this suit now. It'll be another year before I suit up again, but I am just happy that you guys joined me for 2 episodes of my favorite figures of the year. I look forward to the Cincy Awards of 2018. I'm really excited about what this year has to bring us. There's the group shot, my 10 favorite Hot Toys of the year. But there you go. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, and watching. If you did like this video, if you liked my top 10, please give a thumbs up. I do appreciate it when you do that. But as of right now, I must leave you. I will see you in the next episode. But as always, have fun collecting, and adios.